cooking tonight. We're cooking tonight. Blessings, blessings, blessings. Welcome, family. Welcome. If you on this live, if you join this live, you already know it's Cellular Intentional Cooking with Moorish Chef. I do have a bachelor's degree of nursing, so most people know me as a nurse. But tonight I come to you as a chef. I want to teach you and your family how to cook cellular intentional meals that'll help you stay out the hospital and have you loving your family a little bit longer and livelier because of the foods you eat, right? So I got a couple devices going, so don't mind me. If you got any questions, put them in a comment. We're gonna chop it up tonight, all right? Oh, welcome, welcome, welcome. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing, beautiful people? We're in the kitchen tonight. I'm on a couple devices. So as I said, if you on this device, this is not my main device, so I may not be talking to you all much. I have a community that I pour into. I'm welcoming you all into my cooking class that I have every week with my community. I'm going to show you what we're cooking, but I may be talking to this camera, all right? But if you're interested in what we're cooking tonight, we're making some chickpeas, all right? We're making some chickpeas, all right? Boom. And if you want to join my community, I'll put the link. I'll put the link. Dang, I forget the link. Babe, you know the link to the school? You got to put it in the whatchamacallit. You can text it. I'll find it. We making some bok choy. Y'all see this? How many people have ever made bok choy before? You all ever made bok choy before? Who's made bok choy? I know y'all have made some chickpeas before. No bok choy, no chickpeas? Where y'all checking in from? Can y'all tell me that? Can y'all tell me where y'all checking in from? Where y'all at? Where y'all at? Where y'all at? I'm in my kitchen. I'm coming to you all live and direct, right? So tonight we're making some bok choy. I'm gonna throw some mushrooms off in the bok choy. We're throwing some cellular intentional ingredients off in the bok choy. So we got our bok choy here, and we got some chickpeas. We about to make a fire meal. This meal about to be cellular intentional. It's gonna be good, it's gonna be soulful, it's gonna be quick, and it's gonna help your family. We about to make a soulful, cellular intentional meal that's gonna be quick and easy and for your family. Some of you all are wondering, how the hell he gonna make chickpeas quick, right? Chickpeas take 2 days to cook. Chickpeas only take 2 days to cook because a lot of people don't soak them first. If you soak them for about 12 to 24 hours ahead of time, they almost start to germinate or sprout. So if you start to see the germ or the endospore start to bust open, that's when you know they're nice and tender. It only takes about 25, 30 minutes to cook when they get to that point, right? They're actually al dente before you put them in a pot. You can have al dente chickpeas just by soaking them. The endosperm will start to poke out. I didn't sprout these long enough, but I'll show y'all. These are some ones I sprouted too long. So if you sprout them too long, they turn into breakfast bean sprouts, right? If you sprout your beans too long, they turn into breakfast bean sprouts or smoothie bean sprouts, right? But this is the same thing. You sprout them, they turn like this. So right now, we've been soaking our chickpeas. I'm gonna get the chickpeas down and I'm gonna get my wild rice down. Or y'all tell me, I'm gonna let y'all tell me. We making wild rice or we making purple rice tonight? Put it in the comments. We making wild rice or we making purple rice? What y'all wanna see? We making wild rice or we making purple rice? If you've never seen purple rice, it's nutty, it's aromatic, it's clean, right? It has a lot of antioxidants. Yo, we got people checking in from all over the world. We got daggone India. I didn't mean to say daggone. We have Lower Catskills. We got Houston. We got Hawaii. I got my mama's house. We got Los Angeles, Michigan, Virginia, Connecticut, Midwest. I appreciate y'all. Everybody who's on here right now. And that's why I don't always go on too early, right? Because it's people checking in from everywhere. So everybody's saying purple. Everybody's saying purple rice. All right. So we're going to make some purple rice. It has more antioxidants. This has purple rice in it, but it's purple, red, brown, right? This is just straight purple rice. So this is just straight purple rice. This is the red, the brown, the purple. So I got my water already going. Thought I did anyway. So we making some purple rice. Tonight's meal, the chickpeas, I'm gonna make some curried chickpeas. I'm gonna make some bomb curried chickpeas. That's gonna be quick, it's gonna be simple, and it's gonna be soulful. I care about soulful food because when I think about soul, I think about spices. When I think about touching somebody's soul and having a palate percolating, I'm thinking about what type of spices can I gather from around the world that's gonna be good for their palate, but also better for their body. If you're not using herbs that's good for the body, why are you using them, right? I'm not using no Lowry seasoning salt for my family. So right now, we're about to make some purple rice, right? I'm gonna speed things up a little bit. We're making some purple rice. I'm about to drop some sage, just a couple of sprigs of sage. Drop sage off in the water, right? That's for my rice. Y'all know sage has plenty of health benefits, right? So we're gonna drop some sage off in the water. I'm gonna drop a little cumin off in the water. And this is for my rice. I'm gonna drop a couple mustard seeds off in the water. And I'm not using a stock. I'm basically putting a vitamin mix together inside my water that will be beneficial to my cells, right? So I'm putting a vitamin mix together. I'm basically making like a herbal tea that I'm about to cook my rice in, right? If you drink herbal tea before you go to bed because you know all the herbal properties, if you mix in dandelion root and certain stuff, which we about to do, we got some dandelion root right here, right? So if you mixing this stuff in your tea, mix it in your food too. This is how we start healing our family, by getting the BS ingredients out and adding the beneficial properties, right? So we got that. I'm gonna add a pinch of salt. Sometimes I use black salt, depending on what we got going on. Tonight I'm just using some regular pink salt. And when I say regular salt, it's pink. We don't use white salt. So I know I got 4 cups of water in there. I'm gonna rinse my rice, but I'm gonna use 1, 2, and a little bit more. I'm using 2 cups of rice. 2 cups of rice, 4 cups of water, right? I'm rinsing my rice, cleaning my rice, looking through it. Rice is a grain, right? It's like wheat. Rice is a grain like wheat. It comes out the field. And we get our rice from a local family in Alabama, so we know exactly where our rice comes from, but we still want to clean our rice. How many people do not wash their rice? How many people do not wash their rice? How many people do not wash their rice? And I'm going to tell you why you don't wash your rice. You don't wash your rice because we were taught not to wash our rice. But why were we taught not to wash our rice? Do y'all know why you was taught not to wash your rice? And because the rice takes the longest, right? So y'all can't see it, but I'm about to let y'all see it, right? Boom. There y'all go. The rice is on back here with the sage, the mustard seeds, and the cumin, right? Oh, the sage, the mustard seeds, and the cumin. Boom. So we got the rice going, and now I'm just about to throw the chickpeas on. The chickpeas have been soaking for about 12 hours. The chickpeas have been soaking about 12 hours, right? Once the chickpeas, everybody knows chickpeas is hard. Once your chickpeas soak, look, you can squeeze them in your hand, they bust right open. Once you soak the chickpeas, you can bust them in your hand and they pop right open. You can eat them, right? Chickpeas. I'm about to rinse the chickpeas. Everyone I always know here, everybody who cooks chickpeas always say that their chickpeas are always hard. My chickpeas are always hard. And I always ask them, did you soak your chickpeas first? And they be like, soak them? No, I ain't soak my chickpeas. Soak your chickpeas first, they'll be easier to cook, right? And we making some curried chickpeas. So being that we making some curried chickpeas, I'm gonna bring this closer so y'all can see, right? Being that we making some curried chickpeas, I'm gonna get these chickpeas real aromatic before I add any spices, right? So the pan is on. You see the pan is on. I didn't add anything to this pan, right? Even if I was using the cast iron pan, which I'm about to use for my bok choy, I would just put down a little bit of olive oil. This is actually avocado oil. But we use avocado oil or unrefined. Those are the two oils that we use. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me, family? If you just joined and we in cooking class tonight, I appreciate you all. If you all never joined my cooking class before, welcome, welcome, welcome. We making some chickpeas, simple chickpeas, but I'm about to show you how to make them cellular intentional. Dang. I just had a call and it kicked me off. There we go. There we go. All right, so a lot of people say they do not wash their rice, right? A lot of people say they do not wash their rice. We don't wash our rice because we were taught not to wash our rice. And we were taught not to wash our rice because most people grew up eating white rice. Most people grew up eating white rice. And in America, white rice means bleached, enriched with fortified niacin, fortified iron, fortified B6, right? So they strip it of all its nutrients and then they add synthetic nutrients. So right now, I just got the chickpeas and a little bit of oil. Stirred. I'm messing up. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? We back online? We back online? All right. So the chickpeas. All I got is chickpeas and a little bit of healthy fat. I just added some mustard seeds. You can add celery seeds, right? You just want to add something that helps get that smoky foundation going. We about to add our garlic. And before I add any stock, right, I'm going to add my first round of seasonings. Before I add any stock, I'm going to add my first round of seasoning. I got some cumin. Can anybody tell me how cumin is beneficial for the body? Can anybody tell me how cumin is beneficial for the body? Why would we be using cumin in our food? Y'all know me, I wrote it down. I wrote it down. Cumin, yes, it's savory. It enhances the flavor of rich meals, right? But it aids in digestion, promoting healthy nutrient absorption and enzyme production. It actually helps regulate blood sugar. So this is the first thing I did, right? I don't know, but use it all the time. Somebody said, I don't know, but use it all the time, right? But what we have to do is we got to start learning, why do we use these herbs? Why do we use these spices? Because this is our medicine. I'm using some fennel, right? And this is not a traditional curry, but I'm about to come through with the cayenne, with the turmeric, right? So I got a little cayenne pepper I'm about to put in here. Boom. I got a little smoked paprika I'm going to put in here. We use a lot of smoked paprika. And if you see it, it's starting to smoke. Our chickpeas are starting to smoke. I just lost a couple soldiers. I just lost a couple no-limit soldiers. Y'all seen them jump out the pot, right? All right, so it helps with inflammation. So now we're coming through with the turmeric. Some people say, yo, I don't use turmeric. Some people say certain elders taught not to use turmeric. I personally believe in turmeric. I personally use turmeric. I've traveled the world to certain areas, especially Egypt, Pakistan, that region, where you got people living to 90 years old, working in the fields, the olive fields, and they use turmeric in a lot of dishes, right? Look, somebody said cumin don't come from plants, whatever. Yo, the clothes you wear right now probably has synthetic dyes in it. The air you breathe in right now probably has chemtrails in it. It's too many people trying to be perfect, and I want to screenshot this page. It's too many people trying to be perfect and not focus on helping people be better, right? My thing is helping people be better. Most of us grew up in an era, we heard Michigan, we heard Houston, we heard Los Angeles. These are cities riddled with drugs, and somebody talk about cumin and paprika don't come from plants. Man, if you don't get off my page, I'm teaching people how to make some food. I've traveled the world. I believe in this. If you don't believe it, today's class may not be for you. But if you are trying to do better, we rocking out. So our chickpeas are starting to smoke. You see them? They're getting that deep red flavor, that yellow color, right? Y'all see them chickpeas? Look at that. All right, so now they're starting to smoke. Right now, I'm about to add some dried tomatoes. Some dried tomatoes. And I'm going to chop up some veggies. I'm going to chop up some veggies. As soon as I chop up the veggies, I'm just going to add about 2 cups of water. I'm going to chop up some veggies and add 2 cups of water, right? Y'all know I love y'all. But most of y'all grew up eating chitlins, fried chicken, government cheese. I ain't about to try to make my family be perfect. I'm going to add half of this fresh tomato too. And I'm going to add half of it at the end, the other half at the end. And then I'm going to come through with some herbs, and then we're going to add our stock. Tomatoes. Why do I use tomatoes and everything? Because tomatoes have lycopene. If you're worried about your blood, your circulation, if you're dealing with inflammation, if you're trying to cleanse certain organs, you need lycopene. It comes from red peppers, red tomatoes, red bell peppers. So every ingredient that you use in your household, when you get used to cooking for your cellular health, has a purpose. Cook for your family's purpose. Don't just cook to feed their face. We got to stop cooking to feed our family's face. All right, so now I'm just about to add 2 cups of water. Let me wash my hands. Let me wash my hands. We're coming through with 2 cups of water. And this water gonna go out pretty fast. We got 2 cups of water. As that comes up to a boil, it's gonna cook out pretty fast, right? And right now, while the chickpeas is starting to absorb all that flavor we just put in there, we put some cumin, we put some turmeric, we put the mustard seeds. We about to add a little black pepper, because you know if you use the turmeric, you gotta add the black pepper to activate it. And then somebody gonna say black pepper ain't real. You gotta use the cayenne pepper. All right, we'll use some cayenne pepper too. We already used the cayenne pepper. I ain't about to make it too hot. So look, don't let people tell you what's real and fake, because the people telling you what's real and fake, they probably fake themselves in some way in their life, right? You worry about being better in your life. You worry about getting around people who are going to encourage you to be better. And that's what this cellular health journey is about. It's about me teaching people how to actually be better for their family, better for themselves, and better for themselves, right? I'm a nurse. I know as a nurse, I can't get the world to be vegan. As a nurse, I cannot get the world to be vegan. But as a nurse, I can encourage you all to eat better by teaching you how certain foods influence your body. That's my purpose, to show you how to get certain foods in your body to help influence it, right? So look, right now, I got a couple Brussels sprouts. I'm gonna add them to my chickpeas. Cruciferous vegetables, vitamin K, right? And granted, everything has a purpose. If you're in my email list, or if you're in my community, if you want to be in my community, let me see. All you gotta do is DM me class. Boom. Let me pin that. If you're in the community, you get the actual detailed list about the ingredients, what the ingredients do, how the ingredients heal. Everything has a purpose when we cooking for our body. It's like, just say if you're in a fashion. How many people in here in a fashion? Anybody here in a fashion? How many people in the fashion? How many people in the fashion? And somebody said, I'm into anything that don't harm the animals. There is no animal products in this dish tonight. There is no animal products in this dish tonight. All right? So I'm adding a little bit of kale. And I'm just chopping this up. I'm not about to add it yet. We're going to add 2 different rounds of stock to our chickpeas, right? Y'all seen all the intentional herbs we already added to the chickpeas. All the spices, right? Let's see here. What else did we add? We added fennel. Let's see here. What are some of fennel's properties? Fennel aids in digestion. Fennel seeds can help with digestion, relaxing the muscles of the digestion system, stimulating bile flow, and improving circulation to the digestive tract. The fiber in fennel can also help with colon and large intestine health. Fennel helps with weight management because it's low in calories and high in fiber, which can help regulate the blood sugar. Fennel can help with your heart health because it's high in fiber, potassium, and magnesium, which can help reduce the risk of heart disease, right? So when you start cooking with certain ingredients and you start knowing why you're cooking with them, that's powerful. Because now you're starting to cook to heal your family. You're starting to pour love into your family. It's disrespectful when people go to fast food, talk about, yeah, I just fed my family, bro. What you feed them? Some fake food? You didn't feed your family. You just gave them some styrofoam to hold them over. Talk about you fed your family. You just gave them some styrofoam to hold them over. So look, the chickpeas are cooking. They're absorbing their first round of liquid, right? And as my chickpeas are cooking, absorbing their first round of liquid, I'm going to add some potatoes. I'm going to add some root vegetables, right? So a lot of people say cooking is expensive. Cooking is expensive. These potatoes together was 93 cents. These 2 potatoes together was 93 cents. This was about 50 cents worth of chickpeas And maybe this bag of bok choy was $1.99. So we may have a $10 meal that's about to be 6 or 7 meal prep dishes for my family for $10. So when somebody say cooking healthy is expensive, tell them shut the hell up, they lying. When somebody say cooking is, and my mom on this live, mama, I love you. But when somebody say cooking is expensive, tell them shut the hell up, they lying, right? Moorish chef showed me how to take $10 and cook for my whole family. So we're using this Japanese sweet potato. And we're just using it for some of its root properties. Root vegetables do exactly what they say they do. They help ground you, right? And then I'm come through with the American style sweet potato, not a yam. And I know it was a better way to peel this. I do everything the difficult way. That's me. All right, so boom. And I'm probably only gonna use half of this sweet potato. I'll use the other half for breakfast potatoes in the morning. So we coming through with our 2 potatoes. And yes, I could have got a potato peeler and cut this easier. And I purposely cut that one flat so I could hold it on this side. I'm just gonna cut this in small cubes about the size of the chickpeas. I'm gonna cut this in small cubes about the size of the chickpeas. And y'all know I could go to my handy dandy list. The sweet potatoes help with digestion, help lower cholesterol, help regulate blood sugar. And we not adding no butter. We not adding no sugar. We not adding anything to slow us down. We not doing that. We cooking to heal our body tonight. Anytime you join my cooking class, that's what we cooking for. We cooking to heal our body. Anytime you join my cooking class, we cooking to heal our bodies. So we got a Japanese sweet potato, and we got a little American orange sweet potato. Some people want to say it's a yam, but that's not a yam. I may cook yams later in the week so we can see the difference. I'm cutting the Japanese sweet potato a little bit smaller because they're a little bit tougher, but they're going to add the starch and the creaminess to the chickpeas. They're going to add the starch and the creaminess, but it's not the white starch that we used to, like the white potatoes. This is actually better for us. We could look up the Japanese sweet potato and the benefits. We could look up the Japanese sweet potato and the benefits. I almost just touched that pot. So I'm cutting up my potatoes. I'm about to rinse them and then dump them in my chickpeas. When I do that, the chickpeas are going to be soaking up almost all that liquid because I want these potatoes to kind of roast on the bottom for a second, just like I did the chickpeas. Y'all doing all right? Do white potatoes have any benefits? I don't use white potatoes per se. If we happen to be making French fries, I may use white potatoes, but we use red potatoes, we use purple potatoes, we use different Japanese sweet potatoes. So no, we try to stay away from the white. Because the whiter it is, granted, this had a purple exterior. We see this purple potato. This is the exterior of that. It's actually purple, right? But a lot of the white foods cause inflammation, ruin your gut health, cause your gut to work harder, right? And we don't want to do that. We want our body to have natural foods, as less processed as possible, so that way we can digest them and get the nutrients. This is like getting a check. How many people want to get a check from the job and the job tell you you got to wait 3 weeks to cash it? How many people want to get a check from the job and the job say you got to wait 3 weeks to cash it? If I told you, yeah, you could work this job, I'm going to pay you $40 an hour, but when I pay you at the end of the 2 weeks, you got to wait 3 weeks to cash it. That's cool with you? That's probably not going to be cool with you, right? So why continue to eat foods that don't give your body no nutritional value? Why do you continue to eat foods that give your body no nutritional value? If I said, you could work for me, but you can't get paid, you can be like, no, that ain't gonna work, right? So look, now we got our sweet potatoes down, and our chickpeas are cooking. I'm gonna let this water absorb out, because I want these potatoes to fry a little bit like hash browns, right? These potatoes gonna fry a little bit like hash browns once this water go out. And the chickpeas, who remember hash from, their mama used to make a, my mama on this live too. Who remember when their mama used to make a hash, right? And they used to make the roast on Sunday and the hash on Monday or Tuesday after they bust down the roast, and the roast was just a little bit left, and they wanted to stretch that roast for another meal. And they took that roast and they chopped it up with some potatoes and some onions. Y'all remember that hash a couple days after the Sunday roast? Yo, that's what this is kind of reminding me of, right? I got the chickpeas, which is going to be the meat. The chickpeas was in the garlic, the mustard seeds, and then we added the chickpeas, and then we got the potatoes, but instead of the white potatoes, right, we got the Japanese sweet potatoes and the orange sweet potato. So somebody asked, what are we making tonight? If you are part of my community, you get the list, you get the recipe, and you get what the actual ingredients doing while we cooking with them. So let's say tonight we cooking with chickpeas. If you want to know what chickpeas do, if you in my email list, you will actually get it. Chickpeas, let's see. And we sprouted the chickpeas first. So sprouting chickpeas can help break down complex carbohydrates and reduce the levels of anti-nutrients, making them easier to digest. Increased nutrient bioavailability by sprouting the chickpeas can also increase the availability of nutrients such as vitamin C, vitamin B, iron, antioxidant, making them more easily to be absorbed in the body. Enhanced amino acid profile. Sprouting can increase the levels of certain amino acids in chickpeas, making them a more complex protein source. So that's why I sprouted the chickpeas before we actually started to cook with them, right? Because if I could do something to get my family more money, guess what we doing? I'm not gambling with my family life. We doubling down. We doubling down on health. We doubling down on wealth, because health is wealth, right? So when it comes to my family, we trying to get all the beneficial nutrients and vitamins we could get. So now we got our rice. Our rice is about to be finished in about 15 minutes. The chickpeas in about 5 minutes, not even 5 minutes. The liquid's gonna be gone. I'm gonna add some coconut oil and let these saute up, fry up, whatever you want to say, like some home fries, like some that hash that mama used to make, right? Once that starts to fry up like the hash, brown up, get the potatoes brown in the coconut oil, I'm gonna add a little bit of nutmeg and a little bit of cinnamon just because I got the sweet potatoes, right? And then that's just more beneficial nutrients from those spices that we know aids in our digestion, aids in our blood sugar regulation. So this is a soulful ass meal, and it's about to taste good, right? So we got the chickpeas. Once this liquid goes out, we're gonna let them brown, and we're gonna add the last little bit of liquid, and we're gonna let them simmer with our last little bit of ingredients. But right now, we coming through with the bok choy. So if you just joining, we making some curried chickpeas with some bok choy sauteed with some mushrooms, along with some purple rice, because you all asked for purple rice. I was making some wild rice, but y'all said, no, forget that wild rice. Come through with the purple rice. So we got some bok choy with some sauteed mushrooms. We got some purple rice, and we got some curried chickpeas with the sweet potatoes, the Japanese sweet potatoes, and American sweet potatoes. The cellular intentional herbs. We add in the Brussels sprouts and the kale to finish off the curry once we get it all simmered and stewed, right? Come on, man. This is what we call eating good. This is what we call eating good. So I'm about to come through. And if you've never cooked with bok choy, right? Bok choy is kind of like small collard greens. If you from the community I'm from, you probably ain't never cooked with bok choy, right? If you from the community I'm from, you probably never cooked with bok choy. But why do I cook with bok choy? Because it's another green vegetable that's versatile, and it provides a bang for its buck, right? Let me tell you some of the benefits of bok choy. Let's see here. Some of the benefits of bok choy. Bok choy is high in vitamins like vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin K, as well as calcium, potassium, and phosphorus. Bok choy is a good source of antioxidants such as beta carotene, which can help protect cells from damage. That's what we want to do, right? High potassium content in bok choy can help regulate the blood pressure for anybody dealing with high blood pressure. So it's different reasons why we use bok choy. But it's too easy, right? So right now, our liquid is gone. Our liquid is gone. I'm about to come through with some unrefined coconut oil. I'm about to come through with some unrefined coconut oil. And that's about to be my fat. So I use the avocado oil and I use the coconut oil, right? And y'all know the coconut oil is good for the MCT fats. So I'm about to let this fry up a little bit. Y'all hear it? That coconut oil is helping deglaze the pan. Oh, man. Oh, man. So we got some, look at that. Woo. And it's only halfway finished. We about to come through and finish it. Them chickpeas are only halfway finished. We about to come through and finish these babies. Oh, man. I told you they was going to start browning. And you see how they loosened up from the pan. You see all the liquid is gone. That's what we wanted. The liquid is gone. We go from top to bottom. The liquid is gone. We added the coconut oil to deglaze the pan and let them brown up a little bit. We making sure all the flavor, all the spice that we put into this pan is getting absorbed in these chickpeas. All the medicine is right here in these chickpeas, right? This is love. This is life. This is vitality. So before we let these burn, I'm going to come through. Let me get some water. Wash my hands. All right, so we got our chickpeas. I'm coming through with the last tomato that I had. Everything we did earlier, we about to do again. Everything we did earlier to our chickpeas, we about to do again to finish them off, right? So I'm adding my tomato. I'm about to add my 2 cups of stock. And I may add 3 this time because I got the potatoes in there. Let me do that now because it's on high. All right, I got a little over 2 cups of stock. So that was 4 cups total. But y'all gonna see why I put over 2 cups in there. I'm about to come back through with my curry seasoning. So we got some turmeric. I'm adding a lot. We got a little bit of cayenne, a little smoked paprika, a little cumin, and fennel. And then I'm gonna add a little bit of salt and pepper to it too. All right, so our rice is in the back. Our purple rice is in the back. Cooking up, almost finished. Once these potatoes and chickpeas start to come back to a boil or a little simmer, I'm gonna break these tomatoes up. I'm gonna add my greens to the top. I'm gonna add the greens on top once it come back to a simmer and just let it sit on top and steam for a second. So back to the bok choy. If you never cook with bok choy, it's like cabbage. Or not cabbage, like collard greens, right? So what I'm gonna do with these bok choy, baby bok choy, is we just gonna take them. This is baby bok choy, right? I just told you all the benefits of bok choy. I told you the benefits. So all we're gonna do is, because look, you may be able to see it. See some of the dirt down there on the bok choy? Can y'all see that? The little dirt, look like celery, right? You're not just gonna take celery and put it in your soup. Don't just take bok choy, even though it has all those beneficial properties, and just put it inside your pan. Break off the outer leaves, right? And the good thing about bok choy, I'm gonna show you, right? I'm gonna take these outer leaves off, but I'm gonna leave the inside. I'm gonna leave the inside and put them back. I'm gonna take the outer leaves off and leave the insides and put them back. Because if you put this in a little bit of water, you can actually harvest these again or use them again 2 weeks down the line. So you just want to take the old mature leaves off the bok choy and save the new leaves, and they'll last another week or two in the refrigerator, so that way you could use them again for your salad or you could use them again for another meal. And these are going to be the inside tender leaves of the bok choy, right? Man, this daggone curry smells so good, these curried chickpeas. So I'm just taking out all the outside leaves of my bok choy, the mature leaves, leaving the young, tender leaves on the inside for a salad or another dish later in the week. How y'all feeling tonight? I like spinach and kale, but in the garden. We got some Brussels sprouts and kale that we about to add to our chickpeas. We got some Brussels sprouts and kale that we about to add to our chickpeas. But the green of the night was the bok choy. And once you cut these, you want to make sure you wash them. Once you cut your bok choy, and I'm just going to cut it. I don't know whether y'all can see this. Y'all can see that. I'm just going to cut it in little strips, right? The bottom of it, I'm gonna cut in smaller strips because that's like the celery, right? That's gonna be the peppery part. And then as we get to the top, I'm gonna cut it a little bit bigger. That's gonna be the leaf or the tender sweet part. Right? So now I got my bok choy. And because I know how my family is, that truly ain't enough, right? And because I know how my family is, I said I was saving these, but they were only $2, so we about to cook all this up. It was only $2 for all these bok choy, baby bok choy stems, right? And some people cook the whole stem. You can cook the whole stem, but I like to cut mine open and wash it out. Some people do cook the whole baby bok choy, like a little Brussels sprout or cabbage bowl, right? But I like to take mine and clean them like collard greens. So we're gonna take this bok choy and we're gonna saute it in our cast iron skillet with some mushrooms, some onions, and some dandelion root. Boom. And if you wasn't here earlier, we got some purple rice going. And the rice is, yes, literally purple. The rice is literally purple. We didn't do anything. We got purple rice going, right? The purple rice has some mustard seeds, some sage, and a little bit of cumin in the water. The mustard seeds do. I meant the purple rice. So now I'm about to come through and wash the bok choy. We got this beautiful bok choy. Look at that. Beautiful bok choy. Beautiful, beautiful. We got the Japanese sweet potato. We got the American sweet potato. We got the chickpeas with the intentional spices. We got the purple rice with the herbs already in it. We got the tomatoes for the lycopene. All right, I'm gonna let those sit for a second and drain out. So you can see the liquid in the chickpeas are already starting to go. The liquid in the chickpeas are already starting to go. So at this time, before I move them off to the side, I'm gonna add my greens to it, all right? My cruciferous greens. And don't worry, they're gonna stew down. Some people are like, yo, I don't like no greens. I don't want all that in my chickpeas, in my curry. It's gonna stew down. Go ahead and get you some vegetables in your life. It ain't gonna hurt you, I promise. The vegetables is the money, the overtime. Go ahead and get you some overtime in your life. I promise it ain't gonna hurt you, all right? And because my wife likes onions, every time I get a chance, I throw and layer on more onions just for her. And these gonna cook down too. But I'm just gonna let that sit on top for a minute. While I do that, I can't do it yet because this pan ain't hot. I'm gonna get everything ready and I'm gonna clean up my mess because I clean as I cook. I clean as I go because I don't like a mess when I'm finished. While I'm waiting for that pan and the eye to heat up, so if you just joining, we got some purple rice, some curried chickpeas, but these are probably the dopest curried chickpeas you probably ever seen in your life. They're not traditional. No, let me say they're not traditional, you know. The curried chickpeas is not traditional, you know. I add a little bit of green pepper. If you had any other type of pepper, Scotch bonnet pepper, habanero pepper, Carolina Reaper pepper, whatever your favorite pepper, just throw it off in there. I'm gonna go ahead and get this to stir, and the liquid is almost gone. We may have to add another cup, but I want y'all to see how beautiful this is. I want y'all to see how beautiful these chickpeas are starting to look. Oh my Lord Jesus. They still cooking down, but look at them chickpeas. Them curried chickpeas. Oh my God. Y'all see them curried chickpeas? Do y'all see them curried chickpeas? Yeah, we do this every Monday. Every Monday, all you got to do is DM me the word class, and I will make sure you have the link. And what happens is you get the ingredient list. You get the reason why we cook with these ingredients. You get to start healing your family on a cellular intentional level by just DMing me the word class. All you got to do is send me the word class, right? And you will learn how many minerals and vitamins. Can anybody tell me how many minerals and vitamins make up the human body? And that's the reason you're supposed to cook. You're supposed to cook to get the 100 minerals and vitamins that make up the human body. I was going to use some oyster mushrooms for this, but the oyster mushrooms at our local market didn't look too good this evening. So I'm just using some baby bellas, right? I'm just chopping some baby bellas. And this is to go along with the bok choy, right? Got my baby bellas. All right. I got another clove of garlic. And this is for my bok choy. These mushrooms, this garlic, the dandelion root. Yes, I'm putting dandelion root in my bok choy because I want to kick it up another notch. And my family ain't gonna know because it's all green and look like a leaf. But the dandelion root is gonna help cleanse some of the metals out the body, help with the circulation, help with blood pressure regulation. Dandelion root also helps with inflammation, right? So this is what I'm cooking with. I literally cook with medicine. I'll try to teach you all how to cook with medicine. In the first form of medicine, who could tell me this? Who could tell me what is it's 13 essential vitamins. Yes, but we have over 100 minerals and vitamins that make up the human body, right? Let me dry my hand. We got over 100 minerals and vitamins that make up the human body. Anybody in here got my book? Anybody in here got my book? My book, right? So look, what this book does, right? Just say you go to the doctor, they say, look, you low in iron. You need to get more iron in your body. How many people went to the doctor and they said they low in iron, they low in phosphorus, they low in magnesium, and they don't know what to do? What I did in this book is I took the top 25 minerals and vitamins that make up the human body. I took up the top 25 minerals and vitamins that make up the human body. And I wrote what happens if you don't have them in your body and where to get them from food sources to help benefit your body on a natural way, right? If you got, let's see here, what are some? We got vitamin B5, pantothenic acid, niacin, B3, iron, magnesium, manganese, phosphorus. We got potassium, retinol, vitamin A, beta carotene. We just talked about beta carotene. Riboflavin, selenium, sodium, sulfur. I'll tell you where to get all these minerals and vitamins from food. If you don't have my book, please go check it out. All these chickpeas is like. My rice is almost done. But because I know the purple rice, I'm gonna add a little more liquid. My chickpeas look amazing. I'm about to add another cup to it, a cup of liquid. I think that was 6 cups of liquid total for 2 cups of chickpeas. It may have been 8 cups. So right now, I did an old switcheroo. And we about to focus on sauteing these Brussels sprouts, right? The bok choy. I'm cutting up my dandelion root right now, which is gonna be the beneficial herb of the night. The dandelion root right now. I'm gonna put some of it in the bok choy, and I'm gonna put some of it in the curried chickpeas. Dandelion root is the beneficial herb of the night. Every night you should have a beneficial herb, and you know what that herb does and why your family is using it. Dandelion root is our beneficial herb of the night, right? Let me cut this down. So right now, I'm about to add a little bit of pepper, and that pan is smoking hot. How y'all doing? We got about 5 minutes. We got about 5 minutes and we're gonna be finished. Y'all ready to see this final plate? Y'all ready to see this final plate? We got about 5 minutes, right? And this dish about to be finished. So the first thing I'm doing, I'm coming down with my onions. Pan is nice and hot. I'm coming through with my garlic and my dandelion root. And it's sitting in a little bit of avocado oil. That's avocado oil right there. I just wanted to start infusing dandelion root, garlic, and just some purple onions and some avocado oil. And this right here alone smells so good. The dandelion root and the garlic, this smells so good together. And because we know the mushrooms cook in less time than the bok choy, I'm gonna come through and add the bok choy first. The bok choy is about to start cooking, right? I'm gonna add some crushed red peppers to the bok choy. We got some crushed red peppers. It's gonna be a little spicy. We add a little salt, a little pepper, and I'm saying a little salt. Literally a little pinch of salt, because I'm about to come through with a little coconut aminos. I'm coming through with a little coconut aminos. So I did not want to use a lot of salt. This is like my browning sauce. This literally only takes like 2-3 minutes. You see it starting to wilt? The color is starting to liven up a little bit. The outer leaves that I left a little bigger are starting to look like spinach. And because I love cooking with color, right? Because I love cooking with color, we're gonna add a couple of these diced red tomatoes in here. I mean, sun-dried tomatoes in here. Y'all got any questions for me tonight before I get off live? We about to get off live and eat, right? Y'all got any questions for me before we get off live? If you just joining, what are we making? We making some curried chickpeas with some Japanese sweet potatoes, some regular sweet potatoes. We got some Brussels sprouts and some kale chopped up in there with some garlic, some intentional herbs, and some intentional spices. Back here, we got some purple rice. Yes, literally purple rice. If you've never seen it, we got purple rice. And it's going off in some sage, some mustard leaves, and some mustard seeds and some cumin. And up front, we got us some bok choy that's cooking in some garlic, some dandelion root. We use dandelion root to help infuse the garlic. We use avocado oil in this. In this pot, we used avocado oil on the first go round. And then when we added our potatoes to let them cook like the hash, we added some coconut oil. So we got two different beneficial fats, right? And now that these are almost finished, I'm gonna come through with the other onions. And I'm about to get ready to plate. I'm about to get ready to plate. Let me cut this down. If y'all been on this live with me this whole time, I appreciate you. If you've been on this live the whole time, I appreciate you. If you just jumped on the live, jumped out, jumped back in, I appreciate you, all right? This is what cellular intentional cooking is like. I want to go ahead and get ready to plate this so y'all can see, but before I do, I got to clean up. So let me clean up my area. If y'all have any questions, ask them right now before we get off. If you got any questions about my community, you got any questions about my book, you got any questions about what I'm cooking, you got any questions about why do I get up here and cook, you got any questions, how long will the bean sprouts? About 5 to 7 days. The bean sprouts, once you sprout them, last about 5 to 7 days. And it depends on what type, because you could sprout literally chickpeas, you could sprout green peas, you could sprout broccoli seeds, sesame seeds. So it literally depends on what you sprout and how long it lasts. But typically about 5 to 7 days. 5 to 7 days. And then you can put them in your wraps, you put them on your salads. All right, so let's see. This pan is a little hot, so I can't just grab it. So look, we got some bok choy. Y'all see that? We got some bok choy. Woo! Somebody said it looked good from here. We got us some bok choy with some, we was gonna use oyster mushrooms, but they didn't look that good, so we used some baby bellas with some yellow onions, some purple onions. We got dandelion roots, some fresh garlic off in there. We got some purple rice that's finished. It's just getting that last little liquid out. And we got some curried chickpeas. And we got some curried chickpeas. I need to taste this. I wouldn't be a chef if I didn't taste it. I can't just plate it without tasting it. That's how oh. Yo, these curried chickpeas look so good. What they say, some of them meals so good you may have to smack your mama, right? They say some of them meals be so good you got to smack your mama, right? All right, hold on. Somebody said, how am I preparing the sweet potatoes? We actually cook the chickpeas. right? We cooked the chickpeas. First, we sprouted the chickpeas. First, we sprouted the chickpeas. We let them boil off, or we let them brown off in some intentional herbs and spices. The chickpeas was just in some avocado oil after we sprouted them. Once we let the chickpeas go in the intentional herbs, they got brown, deep color, red. Then we added our first ingredients, our first water, our first onion. We let that go for like 20 minutes for it to absorb all the liquid. The chickpeas absorbed all the liquid. Once the chickpeas absorbed all the liquid, I put the diced sweet potato and the diced Japanese potato in there with some coconut oil. And then we let them saute. Once they sauteed, we came back through with another round of the dried tomatoes, the onion, the peppers, and we also added some kale and some Brussels sprouts. So that's why you see the intentional greens in there. You see the curry, and it's about to be so daggone good. Oh my gosh. All right, let me stir this. Let me cut this off. This bok choy is done. This bok choy is done. Woo! Man, I tell you. And look, I'm about to get off. I'm about to plate the food. I'm about to taste it. But I want you all to know I love y'all. If you on this live right now, I genuinely love y'all. Because I get up here to show you all how to keep your family out of the hospital. I get up here to show you all how to keep your family out of the hospital. If that ain't dope, I don't know what is, right? If that ain't dope, I don't know what is. So right now, oh shit, that's spicy. That's spicy, spicy. Oh boy. All right. That is spicy, spicy. And because it's spicy, spicy, all right, let's see. We got some more questions. Let's see here. Bok choy for the win. Diaspora, I see you. This is my homie, Fight For Us. This is album cover. This is album cover right here. Y'all see it? And if you on this live, I'm actually in a class right now. You all are getting a secondary angle. If you want to be in the class, get the list of what we cooking. Get the list ahead of time. All you got to do is DM me the word class, and you will be invited to get in my class where we cook every week. I give you the recipe list, right? Come on. Do you eventually? Yes. Once you sprout the beans, peas, I refrigerate them. Oh, thank you, enjoy. I'll DM you my sprouts. All right, boom. All right, let me see. We're gonna use a bowl. That rice so fluffy. That rice so fluffy. I'm gonna use a bowl. This is about to look so good. Say, I ain't Asian, but we making bok choy tonight. I ain't Asian, but we making some bok choy tonight. Right? Lady A, we doing this. I appreciate y'all, because if I could teach you all how to cook for your family and give them food to keep them out the hospital, that's what I'm trying to do. I met you a few Wednesdays ago at Vegan Joint. I appreciate you. If I could teach you all how to cook for your family and keep them out the hospital, we doing something. Can y'all see that? Can y'all see that? Y'all can see that? I'm trying to move right there. If I could teach you how to cook for your family and keep them out the hospital, I done did my job. This rice right here is some purple rice. We got some basil. I'll say basil. We got some sage, mustard seeds, and cumin in there. This is our curried chickpeas. We got the curried chickpeas. Y'all see these curried chickpeas? Damn. That curry sauce good too. That curry sauce good too. Did I come through and add the extra pinch of salt? No, because I washed my hands. After I said it was spicy, I was supposed to add a pinch of salt. And because truly, I don't like this cooking. I don't like a lot of spice. I'm gonna add a little bit of that. Y'all know what that is? Y'all know what that is? Right? Lady A, I got you. I'm gonna add a little bit of Manuka honey to that. A little bit of Manuka honey. And if you want, you could smash this down and make like a little smash out of it, but I want mine nice and chunky, right? I want mine nice and chunky. Then you know we gotta come through and pour some of the juice on top, right? Get that out there. There we go. Man, do y'all see that? Y'all see this bowl? Y'all see this bowl? The purple rice, the curried chickpeas, the sauteed bok choy with the mushrooms. Y'all see this bowl? Oh man, come on. Come on. Lord Jesus. And I'm talking about black Jesus, by the way. When I say Lord Jesus, I'm talking about black Jesus. So look, if you don't understand what I'm cooking and how I cook, everything I teach is inside this book. Everything I teach is inside this book, Cellular Health 101. Y'all just seen me whoop this up in an hour, right? We got some sauteed bok choy with the mushrooms, the onions, the garlic, with the dandelion root. The dandelion roots helps with the blood pressure, helps with blood sugar regulation, helps cleanse the metals out the body. And then we got the chickpeas with the sweet potatoes, with the Brussels sprouts and the kale. We got the sun-dried tomatoes. We got the regular tomatoes for the lycopene, the intentional herbs and spices. Come on, man. Come on, man. Yo, this is so good. I ain't gonna front. Sometimes when I cook, like I almost got tears in my eyes. I almost got tears in my eyes. This is so good. Just because sometimes I really create medicine just by throwing stuff together. I really try to show you all how to heal your food just by throwing stuff together. I didn't have this plan. My homie B hit me up and said, Los, what you cooking? I went in the kitchen, I found some stuff. I went to the market and seen bok choy was $2. I said, yo, we getting it? I had 2 Brussels sprouts left over. I just threw that up in there with a tomato I had left over, right? This food is so good. It literally has my soul feeling like somebody just going in and hugging me right now. You remember Indiana Jones? Dr. Jones, Dr. Jones, right? Miss Stewart, you got to DM me. I can't message it right now. Miss Stewart, you got to DM me. But every week we cook like this and I try to show you all. I want to teach you all how to heal your family through simple foods. This was a $10 meal and you see we got a whole pot left. This was a $10 meal. We got a whole pot left, right? So I appreciate you all. I love you all. Oh, Miss Summer, hold on. If you won't hear, I may not get it. but I want to make sure I get you. I'm going to send you all a message. I'm about to get off of here so we can eat and I can fellowship with my family. But I love you all. I appreciate you all. Let me get y'all back right. I love you all. I appreciate you all. If you just joining, we just made us a bomb-ass meal. Right now, it may look like some slop in a bowl, right? But if you know what this is, this should be dope, bro. To be able to just get in the kitchen and make medicine, this literally has my, if you understand the cumin, the fennel, the turmeric, the cayenne, and then the manuka honey to cool it down. Yo, this joint is dope right here. This plate right here. Miss Summer, I'm gonna send you a message. Lady A, I'm gonna send you a message. For you all who are in my class, I love you all. I appreciate y'all. We out of here. Mm.